Crafting Table Warriors, and welcome to episode 2 of Toil and Trouble. And tonight we have...
I'm Katie. I'm playing a lovable tiefling warlock here.
And I'm Critical Failing, playing a roguish druid, or a druish roguish.
There you go. Close enough.
Yeah, half elf, fun times.
I am, well, Caleb Legends is part of whatever you want to go with. Playing Sarok, the slightly crazy, slightly unknown Shadow Elf Warlock.
Mm-hmm.
And I am Ed, playing Artir, the satyr that is too cute for his own good.
I mean, so far, definitely. Well, where we last left off, you had attempted to retrieve a treasure from a cave that had unfortunately already been plundered, which was a little sad, but that's okay. Then you went back to town and found out where your treasure is, and now you're on your way to go and retrieve it. So let's see how that goes.
Oh, bureaucracy.
You have your paperwork.
Yeah,
that's
I know, that's what I'm
matters.
saying, bureaucracy. We're going to have to file paperwork with the...
with the secretary.
Yeah, I mean,
figure out the whole
wait
thing.
in line. I'm not excited about that. That's going to be boring.
Just turn into a puppy again.
I'm sure that'll go.
I mean, if we
Oh,
need to wait in
so
line,
cool.
we can always just intimidate them out of the way.
I'll just turn into a skunk.
There you go.
Efficient. All right. So Hirnome was about a week's travel from the big swamp. Following your map and Mr. Great Magnificent Greg. Great Magnificent Greg. That's what I call
I
him.
just wrote Greg.
Greg. Close enough. And his faithful goblin friend Andrew, who you've been feeding. You traveled through the heavy underbrush of the Tare forest. The trees barely giving the cart enough room to move, and just as when you felt you'd made the wrong turn, you spot a gentle white light coming from behind some trees. As you approach, the white aura begins to separate and flying away in the shapes of white birds. And all of you feel like rushed with a feeling like deep in your like hearts of just like warmth and welcoming. And the trees, as if alive, start to like separate and make room for your caravan to enter. And you see now that your cart is traveling along a well-maintained stone pathway. And there is it's essentially a circle pathway around a large hole in the ground, which you can see towers. Large, like tall, spindly wizard towers sprouting out of the middle. And there's also a town surrounding on the ground where you can kind of walk around too. The city scrapes at the sky in a way that you've never seen. Tall towers stretching from beneath the ground and from a massive cavern into the sky, higher than the surrounding trees. With their bright colors and many windows, the towers are like flowers sprouting from the ground. The streets stretch into the area around the towers where there are buildings on the ground, but there doesn't seem to be a way to reach the towers by road. In the center, the tallest of the towers is an ever-changing pastel hue. It glints in the sunlight, and you feel the aura of warmth emanating from inside it. And at the very top, you see a pattern of light facing downward that looks to be some kind of like weird sundial or something with like ticking hands. Where the heck was I? How dare you mess me up? Okay. You see people in fanciful robes and like colorful hats and things that are kind of flying in and out of the towers on brooms, on like creatures, on like just the air. You see like a little gnome getting carried by his mage hand. You know, they're all kind of going in and out of the windows. But otherwise, it seems like the other townsfolk are just kind of going about their day outside of that. And you kind of make your way in. The great magnificent Greg pulls his cart off to the side and he's like, well, I hope that the journey was rather smooth for all of you. Everyone that's comfortable, did you have a good ride?
Yes. Yeah,
It
I
was
guess,
fine.
well, do you need a written recommendation for your sales?
No, just spread the word. I'll be selling these carts. Now if you'll excuse me, he sort of waves his hand.
Do the carts come with the goblin?
They don't, unfortunately. That's my friend Andrew now. And just Andrew's like, ah! And jumps off the cart and stands next to him. And he waves his hand and the carts lift up and dump you out of it, sir, while you're asleep. Just and you see them shrink and fold up into like a small cube, and he puts it in his pocket.
That's a nice trick.
Wonderful. I'm trying to patent it. Should go well. No, if you excuse me. And he swooshes his cape and walks down the road.
I'm looking up at the buildings and I'm just like,
I take it that big tower's where we need to go.
Probably.
We could ask.
Oh.
only thing that big I've seen is a tree.
Town is giving me a headache.
I feel like
Too
a water,
happy.
Is there a water trough for horses or something nearby?
Oh, yeah.
Can I fling some water on him?
Yeah.
Why is it so loud?
She splashes water on you.
Well, that was unnecessary.
Felt quite necessary.
Oh.
So you see like all manner of like shops and homes and things along the main street. There's people kind of walking in and out of their homes, like selling things, and you see people stopping to chat and have conversations. All around it seems like it's pretty pleasant. Everybody seems to be in a good mood. Very bright and lovely.
This is creepy.
What, you've never seen so much happiness in one place?
It is a little bit odd.
Well, maybe bureaucracy works.
Or maybe magic affects people.
Not true. Shall we go head towards the tower, or do you want to talk to anybody?
No, they might try to tell me something or
You want to just sit in the tavern and wait for us?
make me happy.
Wouldn't that make you happy?
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. But yes, I do. But I'm not. But I do. I do.
All right. So you see a woman standing outside of her shop, and she's got like a basket of pretzels, and she's like, "Hey, come get a pretzel. They're fresh, freshly created." All these things.
I can use some roughage. I go up and I grab a pretzel.
Okay. Good evening, sir. How are you doing?
Oh, no, I just wanted the pretzel. I didn't want pleasant conversation.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, it's 1 copper.
I'll come over and I'll give her a gold.
Okay. Well, a whole gold, that'll buy a whole basket if you'd want.
Sure.
Okay. And she just kind of hands it to you.
I have a basket of pretzels.
Thanks, Archer. Appreciate it.
She puts the pulling bar. Well, I guess I'll be heading back in. And she turns and walks back into a store that looks like it's called Need to Dough Basis.
Well, if the pretzels are...
Do I need to roll to resist the urge to set that place on fire?
Yeah.
I feel like I do. I feel like I need to roll to resist the urge to set the place on fire.
What? They wouldn't do anything. That would just make more bread. Honestly.
Mind if I take one?
They're delicious.
Yeah,
They're very
just-
good pretzels. They're
these
salted,
are.
The best.
They're really tasty.
salted just enough, you know? They're very good pretzels.
We'll have to come back later
Yes.
after we get our treasure.
So as far as you can tell, it doesn't seem like there are any physical roads to the tower. Everybody is using magic to come in and out.
I don't have any.
I have stuff for if we fall. But I don't think it's gonna be much help.
Is there like
Wait.
someone around that you can ask about how to get to the
Oh,
tower?
there's people like all over the place.
Well, so how's it built? How's there like no? I mean, like, can we cut through people's yards or something?
So you see that it's just a giant chasm in the center with the
Oh,
towers sprouting
the
out of
towers.
it. There isn't like a road to the towers. It doesn't look like there's ever been a road to the towers.
So,
As far as
so yeah, I'm just the closest person to me. I'm gonna kind of, excuse me.
yes, how can I help you?
Is there any way for normal people to get to the tower?
Oh, normal people? No, I'm afraid not. The wizards have kept it very elite, as it were.
Of course.
So pretty much if you can cast magic, you can get in?
More than likely, I would suppose. But, I mean, you may be able to catch one of the ones flying around if you wanted to get in there. They might be willing to have an audience with you. If
Let's
they...
go make some friends.
I was just like, do I have a net?
Just a whole net, just, Okay.
Yes, I think I like
Is there a
I like
tavern?
Lily's idea of catching
What's
them with
the-
nets and not kindness.
Is there a bar, tavern, or eatery near the tower where they usually stop at?
They usually like to stop off at the Alabaster Staff. That one's pretty popular for the
Which
wizard folk.
direction is it?
Oh, it's just down the road.
We get
Yes.
to go to a tavern. Be
Let's go
happy?
to a tavern. Great. And we have pretzels. It'll go great with my ale.
What is the distance in between the tower and the edge of the chasm?
Oh, it's like 80, 90 feet.
Okay.
And then the bigger tower's even further from that. There's the big one in the center is the one you're trying to get to, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I was.
No, we can't throw the satyr to the tower with a
I
rope.
was thinking I might be able to teleport, but it's too far out of my reach.
Yes, but the answer is no. We can't throw the satyr to the tower with a rope. That won't work.
I
It's
I
too
would
far.
let you.
I don't think any of us thought that but you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
well, I was just clarifying. That's an option that's physically not possible.
Maybe you
But-
could
but
turn
next
into a
time.
puppy again and we could throw you at the tower.
That would be adorably cute. Squish.
Yes, it would.
you should be fine, maybe.
Maybe.
As I look down to see how far it is.
To the
Pretty
tavern.
far.
To the tavern.
Pretty
I need,
far.
I
You
need
don't
a drink.
you don't even really see the bottom of the chasm.
It'll be fine.
No, seriously,
We'll
the
tie
hangover
her
is
up
starting to
to
set
you.
in. I need a drink.
Okay, so you head down the road to the Alabaster Staff, and you pass a couple other like shops on the way. Like you see, We Got 'Em, which is a butcher shop, and the Magic Man, which looks like it has a picture of the great Grand Greg on the front. You also pass like a bathhouse, that kind of stuff.
Ooh.
And you make your way into the Alabaster Staff. It's just it's like a 2-story inn bar type thing. It's very like, it's made out of like nice wood, and it's got windows and shutters and the whole thing, and nice like purple curtains on the inside.
Oh, fancy.
Very fancy. Prestidigitation to clean up.
What's the name of this place?
The Alabaster Staff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any sign of wordplay here?
Doesn't look like it.
I can keep myself clean.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Like a cat, just like.
I keep an eye out for puns, so hopefully I can avoid them,
Okay,
or they
Fair
happen to me.
you probably won't, but
Okay.
you know, there's no pun ambush warning. There's none of that. It'll just happen.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. They just come and go, you know. So you enter the Alabaster Staff. It's very nice inside. They have like a carpeted floor and everything. Like it's like, ooh, they went like the extra mile in here. You do see some wizard patrons with their like pointy hats on the table or like on a chair, and they're all just kind of sitting there drinking and eating and having a good time, having some nice conversation.
I go up to one of them and poke them just to make sure they're actually physically there. They're real.
Okay,
I
yeah.
just want to make sure this is real.
Like, do you mind?
No. Carry on. I was just checking to make sure this is all actual reality. This is actually happening.
Well, yeah, it is. Like he turns back and starts eating.
No, I just never seen an actual living stereotype of wizard. That's all. My first time.
Doesn't even.
Can I look around to see if there's like a wizard that's kind of by himself, like he's all alone?
No, there's not really any of that. Everybody seems to be at least in pairs.
Yeah, loners. I don't think really. Everyone's got friends here.
No creepy guy off in the corner.
The creepy man.
Well,
Even-
no, you know, the sad wizard that's maybe drinking alone, that needs a comforting.
Yes. Can we find someone that's sad? At least that would bring some balance to this place.
Doesn't look like anybody's
This is
really having a bad
disturbingly
day.
too happy.
A lot of the wizards seem to be like toiling over like some kind of like scrolls and like runes. It looks like they're kind of like studying while they're sitting there and eating. And the barman is like bringing them refills of their drinks and things. He's just collecting money off the table. Like the wizards aren't even waiting to pay him. It looks like these wizards probably come here enough that they don't even worry about it. They just go in and out without conversation.
I'll go straight to the bar and order a drink.
Okay. So the barman says, "What are you having?
Something to drink.
What would you want? We got wine, we got beer, we got ale, we got water. If you're
Yes,
so
please.
inclined. Water?
No. Minus the water. Yes, please.
Oh, all the rest. All right.
No, just we'll start with the ale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
it's still early, I think.
Early enough.
Yeah, good breakfast ale.
And so he goes in the back, comes a few minutes later and hands you an ale. It's pretty good. Pretty light flavor for this kind of place.
God, even the beer's perfect.
Everything's pretty great.
I want to just pick a random table of wizards and just go sit down.
Okay, yeah. So there's two gentlemen wearing like blue robes that are just kind of looking at a scroll. They see you sit down and they kind of look at you funny, but then they just continue reading.
Excuse me?
Hmm.
What are you studying?
Oh, it's a divination scroll.
Divination scroll?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty useful?
More or less.
More or less? Does it help you get into the tower?
It could.
It could.
Why?
Just looking to get more information, maybe try to study to be a wizard. See,
That is usually the first test, to see if you can get into the tower.
first test to get into the tower. Is there any trick to it, or is it just...
Not really. Most people bring somebody higher level, higher strength to take them into the tower. They cheat.
Did you cheat?
Me? Of course I did. Everyone does. You
Everyone
have
does.
to. Is that all?
Well, how do you get one of these higher level wizards? Just come to this place, start talking?
I mean, I suppose you could. I brought my brother. So.
Your brother?
Mm-hmm.
And now you're a higher level?
More or less.
More or less?
I'm not taking you into the tower. And he looks back down at the scroll and just like starts writing down.
Hey, Goat Boy. Maybe it's time to make some friends?
Okay. I'll go over to Wizard. Actually, is there anywhere that I could play?
Yeah, there's enough space. There's some tables that are moved out of the way that you could just go and play a song for the
Before it
wizards.
does, though, I'm gonna like... Attention, everybody.
Okay.
Everybody, over here,
Go.
over here.
No, the wizards like...
I pull out my drumsticks. Behold, the great... Whatever he is. I don't have his name right now.
My name's Artier.
Yeah, that's not important. Just play, Goat
Okay.
Boy.
I'm going to use my Mantle of Inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, wait, that was enthralling performance. I'm going
Enthralling, perform. Okay.
to... And... I basically use Fey magic in my playing to
Enhance.
enhance
Try to
my...
encourage them.
Try and get... so I can choose a number of people within 60 feet
Mm-hmm.
to equal to my charisma modifier. Each is has to make a wisdom save.
A wisdom save?
Yeah.
Okay, how many?
Gotcha.
I can do up to. Let's pull that up. My modifier is 3 people.
Okay. What do you need?
To make the save, they need a 15.
Well, none of them made it, so
I have friends.
you have some friends, and there's some wizards that are like, oh, it's
well,
incredible. It's great. It's amazing.
I'm gonna go up to them and I'm gonna be like, hey, you know that big old tower over there?
Oh, yes, the Timeless Tower, of course.
Do you think you could help me and my friends get in there?
I suppose I could manage that. And he just kind of spins around, and you see he's wearing like a big yellow robe. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a rectangle-shaped object. It's about this long, and he's like, "Come outside. Come with me."
Okay.
He's all dressed in bright yellow.
Bright yellow. Bright yellow robe. Big pointy hat. Very
I'll give
nice.
you a little nudge. You told me to make some friends, so I did.
You did.
All it took was a
You
minute.
made friends with a
very
banana.
Thank you.
What does the yellow indicate?
It's the type of magic that I specialize in. Conjuration, as it were.
Also indicates a type of fruit.
Yes, bananas are wonderful. Please, come with me.
Great potassium.
I
And
would
so,
bring bananas to a party.
you should. It's important. So, he takes all of you outside, and he takes that rectangle, and he kind of just like flops it out, and it turns into a long rug that stretches all the way up to the Timeless Tower into one of the windows. And he's like,
And
What's your name?
my name is Timothy.
Timothy. Thank you, Timothy.
Of course. No problem. Please, enjoy the tower.
thank you, my good friend.
It looks like he's more like not just because you're his friend, it's also like he's like, look what I can do. Let's check that out. Isn't that awesome? He's standing there like,
That was amazing. You
I know.
are the best.
I know, thanks.
I'll give him a nice patronizing pat on the shoulder, like,
And he's like,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're good.
I'm going to move across it as fast as I can.
Okay. Yeah, it seems pretty sturdy. It feels almost like it's on top of some kind of stairs, even though there's nothing below you. It's wide enough that you don't have to, like, you know.
Shuffle.
You don't have to shuffle. You can walk across.
Yeah, just a quick up the stairs.
Just don't look down. Okay, so all of you cross the rug, and you see as soon as you get inside the building, he just kind of clicks his heel on it, and then it rolls back up and turns back and puts it back in his pocket.
I give him a little wave.
And he waves like, have fun. Have a good time. All right.
I'm sure we'll see each other again
More than likely.
because you're yellow
Yes.
and it's really easy to see you.
You can't miss it. So the tower from the outside seemed fairly thin, but as you enter the grand hall, you see many corridors actually stretching from this center room. A curving flight of stairs winds around to another landing where you could spy even more corridors from like through the railings and things. From these corridors, you hear the chatter of various voices, large and small, some discussing like magical experiments to arguments about why you shouldn't twin spell a fireball, you know, that kind of thing. Stuff about that. Just that kind of thing is going on.
So
And there's like occasionally you hear like crazy like animal sounds from somewhere, and then you hear like just screaming and then like water. I'm not sure. It's crazy in here.
So who was it we came here for again?
Gregory Doyle.
Gregory Doyle.
Do I
Is there-
sense any of the animal sounds and the screaming? Can I get a direction on that?
Yeah, you could if you want to.
Yes,
Roll
I would
up
like to get
perception.
directions.
Is there any wizards near us when we came in?
There is, but he's trying to find where the screaming is.
Yeah.
Math. 22.
It seems like there's like some kind of craziness going on to the north from where you are. But shortly after you start listening to it, you hear someone else be like, all right, everybody pack it up. We're out of this room. We can't be in here any longer. We're going to need to let it air out. And you see like a door open. You see like some wizards coming out. Like their robes are tattered and torn. And they're all like, and they just close the door like,
Having fun?
oh yeah. And they all just kind of walk down the hallway.
Is there a reception desk or like a directory?
There is not, but there is a woman standing in front of you. She has long dark hair and like big thick glasses, and she's wearing like a long lab coat. She's excuse me, can I help you?
Yes, we're looking for a Gregory Doyle.
Oh, Chancellor Doyle?
Yes.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that'd be fine. Follow me. I'll take you up to his office.
Thank you.
This is your first time in the tower?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, keep your hands to yourself. And she starts to walk up the stairs.
She was talking to you.
I start touching stuff.
Well, okay, the first thing you notice when you start touching yourself is start touching yourself, see? See what happens? When you start touching stuff,
So
your
much for the
hand.
PG rating.
I know, now we're doomed. That's it. That's it, Lid. Turn it off. We're done. No. So your hand starts to, like, as you like run your hand on the wall, like your hand, you feel like it's starting to like change a little bit. It feels like there's like residual magic in the walls a little bit. Like some weird.
Oh dear, my hooves.
Yeah, you're fine. It seems like the floor's okay, but the walls are just like it's like it's filled to the brim with magic. And it's almost like you feel like going back in time almost.
So like your hand takes like kind of a weird feeling.
Yeah.
I put my cheek up to it.
Okay.
I was about.
It's like
She got it. All right. So you feel like it's almost like time for your entire body now that your face is on there is changing, and you're not sure what direction it's going.
Is it like pretty like buzzworthy?
It's not great.
It doesn't feel good?
No, it's not
okay.
great.
It's like, unstick.
Kind of just peel your
Yeah,
face. It's
I'm
like
gonna stick
sticking.
to
It's
ale.
like sticking your face on like a hot leather seat where you're just like, ah.
Yeah, no, I thought it'd be like more magically trippy, I guess.
It's not great.
No, I'm sticking to ale. It's fine.
And then she kind of looks back like, I told you. I warned you.
What does it do?
We have no idea.
So what's gonna happen to him?
We have no idea.
We
Hopefully
get to
nothing.
find out.
Uncertainty.
But
We'll find out later.
But you're wizards. Don't you study this type of
Oh
thing?
yeah, we will. They keep walking up the stairs. So You end up at a large, like, redwood door, and it has, like, a nice stone, like, archway with, like, carved runes and stuff. It looks very nice. And she opens the door and says, please, go ahead in. The Chancellor's office is rounded, and the walls are made of bookshelves filled with various tomes, and it seems like they're all sorted by color. A large curved desk rests in the center of the room with neatly sorted piles of paperwork on the right side and a feast of turkey on the left side. Like an entire turkey dinner. Like the whole dang thing. Like sides and everything. The office also has a large globe, which is at least 4 feet tall, sort of to the right of your door. Various pins have been placed on it in different places, and you see a smaller table next to it that has like a long scroll with like notes written all over it. And you see a gentleman sort of sitting in the middle of this entire office, very tall. Gregory Toil, he clears his throat and he stands as you enter his office. He wipes a bit of turkey from his short salt and pepper beard. He stands at least 6 feet tall without the pointy hat, and seems to be pretty fit for a man who's eating an entire turkey dinner, you know. He wears a pale green button-up shirt and brown leather slacks held up with suspenders with like silver buckles. The suspenders are marked with 2 small crossed wands, and you hear the thud of heavy boots from behind the desk as he stands up. Across the back of his chair, you see a deep purple robe on the desk, and you see a matching purple hat that he is not wearing at the moment. Ah, greetings to you all. How can I help you?
Wait.
He's got the paperwork. Let him talk.
I know. Before that, I just gotta clarify something.
Yes.
You're like Chancellor. You're kind of the
Yes,
leader of
I am Chancellor Toil.
of the whole magical community.
Yes.
And we just got to walk in and escort it directly to him.
Why
just
not?
Speak to him, just like that. No appointment, just right in.
You're dealing with wizards. They could, most of these ones here could probably obliterate you within half a second.
I'm going to do an insight check on the actual reality of this whole place.
Okay.
Because I just... Hold on. Just bear with me. Sir, do you mind? And I touch him on the shoulder, like probing him to see if he's an illusion.
He's very fit, solid, very solid, but very
Wow,
real.
wow. Do you work out?
Yes, I do. We have to stay fit. It's important.
Muscle wizard.
He casts fist.
15.
15. Yeah, I mean,
Everything seems pretty on the
seems
level?
pretty legit. I mean, you're also, seems weird that you'd be able to meet the guy, but also it doesn't really look like he's like absolutely afraid of anything at all.
Well, yeah, no, I understand he's super powerful. I just clearly not super busy.
A little
Such
bit
a
of doe
lovely
eyes
time.
over here.
So, how can I help you?
We're here about the cave up in the big swamp that had all the
Which
traps
one?
and stuff in it. That you guys took all of the gold and everything from. I have the deed for it right here.
Matt.
The swamp
Man
next
to
to
man.
Seva.
Oh, you mean, oh, I see. Oh, okay. And you have the deed, I see.
We do?
All right. So you're trying to claim the treasure?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. And he takes it. And you see him kind of like read it over, unfolds it. Well, your paperwork does seem to be in order. However, and he just seems a little freshly made, don't you think?
Yes, it is, because...
We bought the land from the previous owner.
Did you?
She didn't want the cave anymore. She just wanted her house. So
In exchange, all we had to do was promise to keep other treasure seekers from going there. So,
well, keep them from going to her place because she
going
did not
past
like
her
that.
place.
And you see him sort of like wave his hand over it. And if you want to, you can roll an Arcana check to see what it is.
Yes. 7.
He casts a spell.
19.
19. Okay. What'd you-
3.
he casts a spell.
He casts a
He
spell.
casts a spell. So you recognize it as some kind of spell called Legend Lore, which is it's a level 5 divination spell.
Ooh.
He'd have to at least be level 9 to be casting this kind of magic. I understand that the call of treasure is alluring. I myself am quite the treasure hunter. But trying to deceive me is foolish. He folds it over. Perhaps you'd like to start again?
It's actually not deceiving. It's actually a legit legal deal.
You're telling me that the group of you, all of you, not to be fully insulting, but magically wrote this scroll. None of you'd have done this. None of you have
The
this.
old woman we got it
The
from.
lady gave us the cave.
Why?
She got.
So that
We asked
we
her.
would prevent people from going onto
So
her
you
property.
just asked an old woman for her cave.
Yeah, she was pretty
Yes.
chill. Pretty
She
nice
did.
about
She
it.
didn't want it anymore, and she didn't want adventurers going into it anymore because she was tired of them coming through her land.
We would
Right.
keep adventurers from going to her land, and she
She's
would give
also
us the treasure.
She was also a fairly old, actually fairly elderly wood elf lady.
She's
Right.
really
Who
dried up.
cast some pretty
No, that
powerful
was the
magic.
mummies.
Oh yes, that was her zombie mummies. They're dried up.
Well,
She's still a little moist.
well, I'm impressed with how far you've decided to take all of this, honestly. So perhaps you'd like to strike up a deal instead.
What type of deal?
Oh,
fitting.
whoa.
It was fitting.
Whoa. No, I think I'd rather lawyer this and argue it. some more. Yeah, because you know what? I don't know if you know this. I'm not very well likable, but these guys are super charmers. Even the creepy guy, people actually like him. So I bet they could make a pretty good argument for why we justifiably own this treasure.
Yes,
Right,
but
guys?
You can hear the deal.
Right, guys?
I mean, it would be better to hear this deal first, just to get an idea of what he'd want us to do.
Oh, and then we can counteroffer. Okay, I ready my middle fingers.
It's important.
Yeah.
You got it. All right, so he rises to his feet again, and he walks over to one of his bookshelves. And you see him kind of like look over it. He points at some books, and he pulls one out. And the shelf slides inward and then to the side. And you see inside a room filled to the brim with treasures, like a very large room. And each of those treasures is like sorted into little piles. So it looks like he has treasures from like various like specific places, and also he's kept them nicely sorted and separated.
Do you just go around collecting treasures from dungeons?
Yes, it's barbaric to keep them in a cave where they'll rot, fall apart. It's foolish.
I see you
Well, what
sorted
if
your
they-
books by color.
Yes, by types of spells.
By color or by types of spells?
Yes. Each magic has a color to it. So he walks over to behind the bookshelf. Says, "Please come with me. I'll show you the treasure."
I'll follow
Huh?
him.
Okay. So you follow him. And he shows you a treasure pile glittering with gold and platinum. You can see various handles of magical staves and swords and wands and chests that are in the pile, and like lots of all kinds of great things. Gems and bits of armor, all kinds of good things. This is the one that we retrieved from the cave in Seva.
Oh, actually, sir, before I hear other people's wonderful deals, was wondering, do you have a drink to, hear the deal over? Any liquids? Fresh?
Do I have a drink?
Yeah, any fine beverages?
Come with me. And he guides you all back out of the room.
Okay.
And he puts the book, taps the book 3 times, and it slides back and closes. And he walks over and he reaches under his desk. He pulls out like a drawer, pulls out a couple glasses, puts 4 glasses on the table. You see him pull out a flask that has like a fancy gem on the top, and he dumps some kind of liquor into all of the small glasses. He's like, "Please, have some."
Oh no, this is going to be a big favor.
I'm gonna hear that. I kind of like politely refuse the drink.
Please, have some.
I take hers.
Okay.
I pass mine over to whoever wants it.
I'll take it.
Okay. So
Okay,
you
so
two.
me and the Seder were double fisting.
Okay. So he gets his own. And he's like, "Well, all right, let's have a drink."
Cheers to our treasure. May it be in our hands soon.
And you take the plunge. It's some kind of nice bourbon. It's very good. Rough stuff, but it's good.
Give a little cough,
Tasty.
and big old smile. Dorky as ever.
So, essentially, what I'd be asking is, and he kind of stomps over to his desk and sits down. I've been looking for a group of adventurers to assist with some issues that we're having over in some of the other areas of the lands. And as you may or may not know, wizards are usually less inclined to go on adventures. So, I would ask that maybe all of you, in earning your treasure, would come and do some things for me.
How many tasks?
We can work that out.
After the completion of each task, would we get a portion of the treasure?
Yes.
Could we take one thing from the treasure that is magical to help us, at least on the first part of the journey?
You won't need it. The first one isn't that difficult. Not for all of you, obviously. I can see that.
I see your game. I see it.
Mm-hmm. It's very good bourbon.
It is really good bourbon.
It's be a pleasure.
Right. Well, if you'd like to, he kind of like guides you back over to the big globe that's on the side of his office.
Ooh.
And he points to an area within the Arlingmond Archipelago, which is a series of islands sort of in the middle of the lands. Our sources tell us that the Kuatoa are facing a sort of invading force of Sawagan.
Excuse me. Is that with a K, a C?
Kuatoa with
Kuatoa.
a K.
K.
Kuotoa.
Krotoa.
They're somewhat of a fish people race. More fish than people. More like fish with arms and legs.
Yes, and we are to...
Well, Kuatoa generally don't hold a lot of currency, though they are known to be collectors of rare arcane components from the ocean. And I would have you head there to meet with King Ager. He will instruct you further. The issue is, why would the Sawagan be attacking Kuatoa? They generally live relatively peacefully together. We want to know why that would be. As I said, they don't have currency, and Sawagan are often after treasures and things, but they usually keep plants and different things from that area.
I get to see new things.
Of course.
Cool.
The
I'm in.
ocean.
One thing, is there something you could give us that we could be able to get back in here when we are done?
Yes, I will. I will provide that to you, should you agree to my deal.
I think he's
So
gonna be the
you want us to
holdout.
go to a place with fish people and find out what exactly smells fishy?
Yes. You see like a light go off in the background that says like pun detection. There it was. It wasn't even me.
folks, this is happening. We're doing this.
You agreeing? I
Yeah.
feel like you're the only holdout here.
Trap. I knew it. I knew there was going
I
to be a
mean,
gimmick.
we have to
I
earn
knew
the
there was
treasure
going to be a
somehow.
gimmick. I knew it.
There's
I knew it,
always
I
a
knew
gimmick
there was
when
a catch.
wizards take things.
Traps are barbaric. He
I knew there
doesn't
was
like
catch.
traps.
I knew there was a catch.
But we didn't complete the dungeon. He did, so he has a right to dole out the treasure as he sees fit.
Yes.
Yes, but we also
But
had
we
the
cheated.
deed. We didn't cheat.
Yes. We just got ownership of it, and he left a note. So legally,
Legally, the treasure is ours.
ipso facto,
But now we have to earn it.
You see him kind of like munching on some turkey over there.
I'm fawning over him, so.
He is lovely for an old man.
I don't
kinda
trust him,
good.
but he looks like my grandpa.
There you go. Buff
we do
wizard.
it just long enough until
The
we can
salt,
figure out
pepper,
how
and
to
the
steal
authority.
it.
There you go.
Really stick
There
it to
you go.
him. Because he's like really smug right now. Don't you just hate that guy? Look at him. He's like all like well built and friendly
Dude,
and nice,
he's
nice.
and helpful and gives us free booze. Like, how can you not hate that guy?
The booze comes with a price too.
Well, obviously I'm gonna do it. That's a lot of frigging treasure.
All right.
But
then.
still, I have to
So,
complain
how
about
are we
it.
getting to the archipelago?
Well, I will have you meet with a Miss Minnie down at the Dapper Frog in Grand Iron. She will take you to the Kuatoa Flotilla. So, what I would have you do now, though, and he sort of waves his hand, and basically a contract pops up. And he lays it in front of the table. And he's like, I would have all of you sign this contract. Read over it first, please. Please read over it. And we will get to the agreement, which will be working for me. We'll provide you with some of the treasure from my treasure chamber, not just the one that you attempted to lay claim to. I have more treasure in there.
I'll pick up the
TLDR.
No, I'm afraid there's not.
I'll pick up the contract and read through it and everything.
You read it aloud?
Use your magical rune eyes to read the lawyer speak.
Oh yeah.
No, as far as you can tell, it seems pretty legit. It doesn't have anything in it that's like, but if this happens, it doesn't have anything suspicious in there. It's pretty straightforward as like, you go do the thing I tell you to do, I give you stuff.
Do I see any loopholes by reading through this?
No, it's pretty
airtight.
pretty airtight.
Okay.
It's because it's so literal, it seems like it's like, well,
Not even I can spin that.
like it's very like, yeah, well.
Figured I'd had to ask since technically I did make
Can
the
I
deal
just shake your
with
hand?
Well, we'll
Like,
shake
I
hands
really don't
too.
like signing papers. I really don't like paper evidence
What
that
would
I'm
just
being
be
someone's
signed then
lackey.
this in ink?
I use prestidigitation to create a...
No, we'll be using my pens.
It's a real pen.
No, I know, but we'll be using my pens.
Yeah, I don't
But
think
see,
we're gonna
that's
magic
where I
ourselves
don't really
tricking
trust
this
it
guy.
because your pens could be magic to make it so that way
Of course it's
nothing
magic.
can happen to us. Well, if we try and renege on the deal, something could happen because your pen is
It
magical.
won't. You won't get paid. That would be if you don't do the deal.
Oh, so we can just walk away anytime.
Yes,
You just won't get paid.
you just won't get paid.
He's
For
read the contract.
For the current adventure
Yes.
that we're on. But past adventures, we still get to keep the money.
Well, you'll get to keep the money when you earn it.
So as we complete the jobs, we get part of the treasure, and then we get to keep that part of the treasure. But if we don't,
Don't yell at me.
If we don't complete the next set, then we don't get that set of treasure.
Sorry.
And in the contract, what does identify us as?
Adventurers.
Okay, I can do that. No, that's okay. I can deal with adventurers.
I just
But,
take the pen
I
and
don't like-
sign because I'm tired of listening to them
Uh,
argue.
Okay.
I'm gonna sign,
Might I
but
have a piece of turkey while they're arguing?
Of course, have at it. It's delicious.
my signature isn't very pretty because it's clear I don't write a lot.
Yeah, you get the job done. That's what matters.
It says my name. It looks like it looks like something a child would do.
All right. Nothing wrong with the contract. Seems fairly straightforward. So, all right. And I sign it, but just sign in. I'll actually sign in Elvish.
In Elvish? Okay.
I finish off the first glass, go over, fill it up, so I'm double fisting, then I go back over to the turkey, and I take like a big turkey leg. And I got the turkey. And I polish off the turkey leg, and I lick my fingers, and I take his pen, and I get probably the turkey juice all over his hand, grabbing his pen. And
Well, he was holding the pen, so
You have to take it from him.
Oh, then I
here. Just here.
Prestidigitation.
sign it, and then I hand it to the.
And he takes the pen. And he goes, and it kind of like disappears. He's like, well, good. So your names were Lily, Tucker, Artir, and Sirach. Right. Good. Chancellor Toil, as you heard before.
I only signed my real name because I know you would have caught me if I didn't. No,
Yes, I
any
would
other
have.
time.
Do you mind if we keep a
can
copy
try.
of this just in case?
Of course. And he kind of like waves his hand over it, and just like it looks like it splits into two. And he hands you.
Will
Thank
we
you.
have the rest of the paperwork too?
Of course. I've returned it to him already. So,
We can keep it as a souvenir or use it for toilet paper next time we're out on one of his adventures.
It's
So-
still technically our cave.
Okay, well, on the plus side, when I was complaining about having an adventure in a tropical island, so
It's
I'll
your
take
fault.
that.
So I would actually have all of you go down and speak with Miss Wren. She is our resident alchemist. She will provide you with potions of water breathing for when you are dealing with the Kuatoa. And she will also provide you with transportation to the city of Grand Iron as well. being that it is very far from here.
Speaking of, would you be the one that would be giving us the item to get back in here, or would she?
She will.
Okay.
So after a few moments, you hear like a soft knock on the door, and you see that woman with the long, dark hair and glasses kind of lean back in. Like, yes, sir. Did you call me? Yes. Take these adventurers, get them water-breathing potions, and transport them to Grand Iron, would you? And she's like, of course, Chancellor. That's fine. Just come with me.
Before I leave, I'm gonna give him a good handshake.
And he gives you like a solid, like, man handshake. It's like,
do that proper courtly curtsy.
And he returns like a polite bow.
I leave.
I just leave.
Going out the door.
And you see his eyes kind of like, you see his eyes like flash a little bit when you do it. Like,
I'm on to you. I follow through.
Okay, so she leads you down the stairs. The alchemy room is an absolute wreck. 4 long tables stretch across the center, all with cabinets like stuffed full of components and things, and various bubbling glass vials and tubes are like strewn about. You get that familiar smell of that like swampy, stale water coming from somewhere, and you spy various liquids in containers around the room. Okay, just stay over in that corner. It'll be a lot safer. Just give me a moment. And you see her sort of like kind of dash through real quick and open up the cabinet, and you see there's like a whole bunch of like finished potions. She's just kind of digging through them. She's not throwing them. She's not throwing them. She's very carefully putting them down. And after a moment, she comes back with a small bag, and inside she opens it to show you. She's like, I have 12 water-breathing potions in here. They only last for 4 hours, so please make sure that you pay attention to your time. All right? Don't drown. It would be terrible. Oh, that's right. And she reaches into her pocket and pulls out a small, like, it's like a small rectangle, but it's like wider on one end, kind of rounded on the side. Kind of like the runes in Gauntlet. If anybody played Gauntlet, it's a cool game. Anyway, those things. I know what I'm talking about. And yeah, exactly. See, you know. Okay, so she holds one of those out. She's like, this will get you back into the tower. You can just kind of tap on it twice and it'll bring you into here. You have to be in Hirnolme for it to work though, so I'm afraid you won't be able to do it from just anywhere.
Wait, to return to the tower? Oh, okay.
You return inside here.
Right.
It'll bring you back into the Grand Hall. So you can...
Did you take the potions too?
Yes.
I figured we should distribute those.
The water-breathing potions?
There's 4
3 for you. Wait, how many did you guys?
12?
12 potions.
12.
They
So
last
math,
4 hours each.
3 apiece.
So we each get 3.
Cool.
You shouldn't need it too much. The Kuatoa, honestly, they spend a lot of their time near the top of the water, so you may not need to use them, the entire time. But use them when necessary, of course.
Right.
But so if you'll follow me, I'll take you to the teleportation circle room.
Ooh. All right.
So she leads you to another room, and inside this room there are probably at least 18 teleportation circles, the kind that have been made permanent. And you see over each one is like a floating like word of the town that they're from. So there's like Santaroon, you see Grand Iron, you see some of the other towns of the lands, you see all of that stuff. And she says, go ahead and step into the Grand Iron one, and good luck. Lily's down at the Dapper Frog, so... Minnie, I'm sorry. I was looking at you. Minnie's down at the Dapper Frog.
I've been to places.
You're everywhere. So that would be that. Good luck.
Right. Thanks, Friday.
Miss Red.
Bye.
And then the teleportation goes like right when you say that.
Look at you.
I can eventually use teleportation.
All right. So you arrive in essentially the center of Grand Iron. This city is massive. It is the capital city of Illyria, and if none of you have not been there before, you at least have heard of this place. It is gigantic. It is built into the walls of a cliffside, and it stretches far out into the blue waters of the ocean where there's like docks kind of floating. The streets are made of a bleached white stone, and the homes are all decorated with the flora of the surrounding forest. Its population is mostly made up of high elves, but as you head down to the docks, you start to see other races, a lot more of them like seafaring folk. And you see tritons, kuatoa, mermaids, and all kinds of things. Even some like half elves that are mixed with the sea elf race. Sea people.
Aren't mermaids usually evil?
No.
It depends on the
I
mermaid.
think you're thinking
Aren't
of
half
sirens.
elves usually evil?
No.
No,
We're
it's
very
just the
good.
half humans.
Ah, true.
The Dapper Frog bar sits on one of the main docks, and it seems to be made of various materials, from like wood to metal, although it does seem very sturdy despite this. It has wide open windows letting the ocean breeze through, and even like a balcony overhead. It's very popular. It's a very popular place. It has like a sign out front with a tap dancing frog on it.
I'm gonna give you a little nudge. 2 bars in 1 day.
Man, maybe working for this guy ain't gonna be so bad. How's the weather? Is it like you get that
It's
salty sea
beautiful
breeze?
out here. Grand Iron is fantastic. It's like Italy. Like it's like that the like fresh.
Doesn't smell
One.
nothing like home.
No.
I am just sensory overload.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, this is all like really too good to be true.
Is
It's
it
like
warm?
the dream adventure.
It's very warm. It's comfortable. It's very nice. Everybody's wearing like Hawaiian shirts. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk a little bit ahead,
Jack.
trying to head towards it, but I'm just kind of going to throw prestidigitation back behind me at him, so that way a smell wafts by him that smells like old sun-dried fish.
Oh, enjoy that. So you see some of the other folk kind of walking around, getting their business done. Some of them kind of give you like, how you doing? Keep on walking by. And you make your way inside the Dapper Frog, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Once we end there, I will end it.
Okay. So you see a half elf, a half triton, half elf. If you don't know what a triton is, it's like it's like a mermaid, but it has like legs with like fins on them, and they're kind of like blue. And so this man is half triton and half elf. And he's wearing like a blue t-shirt with like white palm trees like stitched into it in like a polka dot pattern, you know? And he's got some shorts on. And he's like, hey, how can I help you guys? What you looking for?
Minnie.
Minnie. Oh, Minnie, yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can find her.
Oh, and a drink.
What are you looking for? You want a hurricane?
Yeah, why not? One in Rome.
All
Yeah.
right, let's do it. Hold on, just a minute. And he's like, Minnie! And he starts shaking up like a drink for you.
Does Greg Doyle have a tab here running?
Oh, yeah, the Chancellor, right?
Yeah. Put it on his tab.
All right, yeah, no
Yeah.
problem. Could do.
Yeah.
All
He really likes us.
All right.
So he's taking
No
care of
worries.
us.
And he like puts out like a fancy glass, and as he pours it in it, it turns from like blue to yellow to like purple. And he's like, here you go. He sticks like an orange in it.
I don't normally drink foo drinks, but you know,
No,
when you're
man.
in Rome. I mean,
Try it.
You know?
Try it. I assure you, it's a little more than you might think it is.
Yeah. I take a sip, take a drink.
It's like 90% alcohol.
Oh my god.
It's a lot. It's more than you think.
Oh man, drinking enough of this stuff, I'm gonna go blind.
So
Yeah.
eventually, you hear a sort of like flippery sound of like what would probably be like a fish walking up towards you. Hello, Minnie is I. And you turn and you see a petite kuatoa wearing a net fashioned into a skirt with like bits of blue fabric into it. She's probably like this tall. She's like a little, it's like mostly fish with just like arms and legs sticking out of the side of it. You need the passage to flotilla, yes? Come with me. I will take you. She's got like pink lipstick on.
She's lovely.
She's adorable.
Hold on.
You need more of that before you can deal with this?
All right. Continue.
I will take you. Let's go.
Do
And
you,
she starts,
do you have
like,
any
walking.
information
Don't-
about
don't
what's
trip.
going on?
Hmm?
Like, do you know what's going on? Like,
No,
what-
I don't live there anymore. I just take people to visit.
So you're a tourist or a tour guide?
Transportation.
Transportation.
Why don't you live there anymore? I feel like it'd be easier to get around.
Because I work here at the bar.
Huh.
It's too far of a transmute. Stay here. So she walks over toward the end and she sort of waves, and you see the bartender be like, all right, you be careful out there, Minnie. And she's like, yes, Minnie is always careful. And she walks down to the dock and she just sort of hops off into the water. And she beckons all of you, come, jump in.
Well.
I don't know how to swim.
You'll be fine.
I look at my hooves.
You'll be fine. Don't worry.
I take a drink of the underwater breathing potion.
Okay.
Because we're jumping into the water, right?
Yeah, but you're not going underwater. You're
Wait,
just,
we're not?
well, you're just floating on top of it right now.
Oh, okay. I guess.
I'm just gonna like hold my staff, my stick, and just step off the dock.
Okay, yeah, you step in. It's not that deep right here. It's probably about like 3 feet. So Minnie is up to like here. You see like just like the top half of her face.
I go back. I get a nice running start, and I just like cannonball.
You
just jump in.
Dive on in. All right, you dive on in. You see like some mermaids chill on a rock. They're like, that's awesome. That's cool. Great. Cool. So you see Minnie
ladies.
sort of, she lifts up like a round medallion that she was wearing, and she kind of whispers to it in that bubbly like Aquan language. If anybody probably doesn't speak Aquan.
Nope.
And suddenly your bodies feel like a lot lighter, and it's very easy to float. You don't really have any trouble with that. She unwraps, she starts like untying and unwrapping the netting of her little skirt and flops it out in front of all of you. Says, hold on to net, please. Minnie will drag you. We will go to flotilla.
Okay.
And she grins with like her long, fishy teeth. Like,
Am I close to this guy?
I mean, sure.
Yeah. It suddenly gets warmer around his immediate location.
Just cooled down.
Just gonna fix that.
Yeah.
Just gonna fix that. So, swimming with incredible speed, Minnie drags the 4 of you forward in the water. She swims gracefully despite what she looks like. And it would look a lot more majestic if she wasn't a half fish person. And so she just sort of through the water, dragging all of you. Within an hour, you start to see the islands of the archipelago. Stretching out for miles are a series of small islands, each one topped with various like top tropical trees and like bright flowers and that kind of thing. Beneath the clear blue waters, you see schools of fish swimming amid all the like coral and all kinds of nice things. And you see a troop of Triton fishermen kind of wave as you swim so fast by. And one of the islands suddenly lurches beside you, and you see a great glass eye open. A massive beak-like mouth yawns as the Titan-sized turtle like starts to turn its body, floating away. And Minnie slows down and says, "Oh, not good sign. The Zaratan are upset by the Sawagan."
What's the Zaratan?
Zaratan, they're giant turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Big turtles. They live forever.
Why are they upset?
Sawagan might be harassing them. Rude. Very rude.
Okay. So, she's still taking us somewhere? Or she's
Yes,
like,
she's
you're
still
here?
swimming.
Okay.
Yeah, she's still kind
Still
of
swimming
dragging
us to
you.
a specific location?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So she begins to enter more shallow waters, and she slows her speed considerably. And she points ahead, and you see massive, basically what looks like white foam kind of sitting on top of the water, almost like soap suds. She's like, "The flotilla!" You see the massive bubbles are attached by thin, like clearish looking threads, like some kind of weird slime. And it's all of it kind of attached to one of the small islands of the archipelago. Looks like the anchor point for the entire city, as it were. There's a lot of these bubble nests, and each one seems to have like a tunnel a little ways down in the water for swimming up into it. And Minnie kind of takes her net back and wraps it back around her waist. She says, "Good luck. Have fun. Have fun at the flotilla."
Is there a way to summon you to get back?
One of them can. You can ask.
All right.
Minnie will come back.
Bye, Minnie.
Have a good day.
Bye. And she goes, just
She's gone.
a long shift tonight. She like fades off. So she's off as quick as she came. And you see groups of the Kuatoa are gathering beneath you in the water. Like they're just all kind of swimming up. Big groups of them looking at you.
What the turtles, are they still around?
The Zaratans, they're a little further out, and it seems like there's 3 of them that are big islands that are slowly starting to swim away.
Like how far out? Like
Pretty far. I mean,
hearing-
not
in,
super,
like,
super
calling
far.
distance, hearing distance or anything?
I mean, maybe. You could probably yell to them if you wanted to. They're gigantic. They're titan-sized.
They probably don't see you.
Well, I don't know. Let's speak to him.
How would I get up on some dry land?
Okay. Yeah, there's like a small sandy island. It's not very big. It's probably like a 10-foot diameter island, you know, just like a chunk of one of the others, like more like a sandbar than an island. And you can see that's with all of the flotilla has sort of attached itself along the sandbar.
I'm a ritual. I want to ritual cast speak with animals
Okay.
and see if I can call one of the turtles over.
Okay.
Turtles over.
Well, you see one of the turtles sort of like turn and look at you, but he doesn't come over. Too far! Can't swim in that shallow water. I will get stuck.
No worries. Can you come a little closer so
No.
we don't have to yell?
Just yell. It's fine.
What? Why are they bothering you? Why are the Swar being such mean people?
They're because they're rude.
Do they cut you off in the fast lanes or?
We are sensing something bigger than them around. And we are not going to stick around and deal with it.
Something bigger than them?
Yes.
You think the Swagan are reacting to this thing that's bigger, and that's why they're getting all rude?
I think so. And the turtles just kind of swim.
Appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
You see the Kuatoa, there's like a bunch of them now. They're all kind of on the edge and they're doing that weird fish thing where they're like, they're all kind of swimming there looking at you. One of them pops out of the water and he's like, "Who are you and why did Minnie send you?"
Are you Kane Auger?
No, I am Marlin.
You are Marlin?
Yes.
Sorry. Doyle, Chancellor Doyle sent us to help with the Suagan.
From the wizard tower. Yes. You see that this Kuatoa is wearing sort of like a fish skull, like a bigger fish skull, as like a helmet, and he has like a single silver pauldron, which like a net is attached to it, sort of decoratively. He has a spear that is silver on the top, and it's shaped like a swordfish. And he kind of like hops out of the water, and he looks at all of you like.
I look like a drenched cat.
He doesn't
All the
seem
fluff
to.
is just flat.
Can all of you swim?
Ish.
Well. Anyway, we have been having trouble with Sawagan troops. They have been coming around and attacking our village. We don't have anything that they would want, so it seems weird. We've been trying to get them to leave.
Sorry, have you tried talking to them? Have they just been
No,
attacking?
they don't speak our language.
They don't speak common either?
No,
What do they speak?
the Sawagan.
Suagan.
Have you tried using sign language?
They don't
Like-
know. And he holds up his hand. It's just like a thing. Yeah, a little difficult, don't you think?
You could at least wave.
Pun meter. It's like, uh-oh. What happens when it gets full? I don't know. It's not great. We're gonna find out.
You started it.
I did. I was very proud of need to dough bases. Thank you. I was very proud of that. Need to dough base. Come on. Okay.
Very good.
Anyway. So you start to hear like a swirling of water and the rising of like lots of bubbles from nearby. And Marlin turns quickly back toward the water and dives under. And you hear him shout like, "They're here!" And the water begins to sway faster, sort of like up against the sandbar. And you can see large groups of creatures swimming towards the Kuatoa flotilla. Marlin gathers a group of others that also have spears with the swordfish on them. He begins to issue orders. You see brightly colored bodies of blues and greens, each with yellow and orange stripes, arriving in groups of like 6. Their arms and legs lined with long spines of various colors, and their faces are painted with like red markings. Each of the groups also seems to have a grotesque beast with them, some kind of hound eel hybrid, barking madly and swimming hard against their chains, waiting for the bloodshed. And you see Marlin and his troop sort of make like a defensive barrier in front of where the Sahuagin are coming from. And they like raise their stabs and stand like at attention, ready for them. And you see on the other side the Sahuagin sort of stop and make like their own line, and they both sort of like stare each other down in a while quietly in the water. And then you see the Sahuagin group sort of separate, and a huge 4-armed Sahuagin riding atop an octopus barks orders in their bubbly, hissing, angry sounding language, and the groups separate into their little troops of 6 and charge at the Kuatoa.
How far down are they?
They're probably about 40 feet down in the water. It's not super, super deep here. I mean, it's deep for you guys, but it's not like,
What's your
the
range
ocean.
on your psychic talking thingy?
I would need to go down a little bit in order to talk
You
to
can
them.
communicate with Sog and
So
sand.
where you guys are, you're on top of the sandbar, and it just kind of slopes down to where they are. They're in a little bit more open waters, and it starts to be like coral and stuff up kind of this way.
Hey, Artier.
Artier.
Artier. This is
There it
going to be
is.
bad. I'm just going to give your name every minute.
Artoir.
Artois. Do you have any more of those pretzels? Because this the show's going to get pretty good here.
I think they're all wet.
Oh, yeah, good point.
They're extra salty now.
They are extra salty.
But I need some mustard.
So how many? They're different groups.
Yeah, there's like at least 12 groups of 6 Sahuagin.
And how close together are they?
They're all kind of like maybe 30 feet apart. They look very organized. I don't think any of you know much about Sahuagin, being that 3 of you are from the woods and you're from a cave. So,
Desert, 2 woods.
Desert, woods.
I spent some time in the islands, but I never really...
Yeah. So these Sahuagin are very, very organized.
The big one, the leader, right?
Yes, the big one with the 4 arms.
And how?
Yeah, why
how
don't you just
far
go
away
down and
is
talk
he?
to him?
He's staying back in the ocean. He's probably about 100 feet
Because
back
I don't
from
know if
where
they
you
can
are.
respond back. Actually, with this I can. They can actually respond with mine, I believe.
With what?
My class ability because it says I can telepathically communicate, which would mean that
I'm pretty sure it's only to them, and they can just understand it.
Good. You don't have to... They're Sahuagin. They don't have anything interesting to say. Just tell them to stop. Tell them to knock it off.
Hey, stop. And they're like, yeah, we're fish.
so
I'm
since I'll have
readying my bow.
since
Okay.
they're 40 feet under and I need to be within 30 feet for it. And I don't know if I can hold my breath long enough to do
You
it.
have
I will
potions.
take one of my potions of water breathing.
Okay.
Do you have to
drink
do the
it,
whole
and
thing
then
for it to work, or can you just do
it
that?
has to-
Yes, you
that's
can
the
drink the
whole
whole
thing.
thing.
So I drink the whole thing, and I will move down in the water 10 feet.
Okay.
So I'm within 30 feet of everything, and I'm going to look at what looks like the commander of the Sahuagin forces, and speak into his mind, saying, "The Lord does not want you to do this. The Lord of the Deep has sent me."
Okay. So you see him kind of like look around, and he like looks over at you and shouts at you in some kind of weird Sahuagin fish language. Just like lots of like if a shark was trying to talk to you.
Do you think he's barking about that Cthulhu stuff to the Sahuagin?
He's within range for
Looks
me,
down.
though.
Yep. Yeah, I think he is. We really have to tell him to cut that Cthulhu stuff out. You know that, right?
Yes, but I think the leader's within range.
With two.
For me to hit him.
Don't remember the range of my bow.
I don't know.
to
Should we try
say
diplomacy first?
That's what he's trying.
The Lord of the Deep has said to stop this.
And you see, like, as you're talking to him, the Sawagan and Kuato have already started, like, their battle. And he's just like, and, like, raises his trident at you. Just like,
Yeah, we are gonna have to. We are gonna
Keep
have to.
doing this, and the Lord of the Deep will rise and destroy you.
like, when you say that, you see him raise his trident even higher, and the sea, like, shakes.
Alright, so what I'm going to do now is kind of like whispering in a incantation. I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force on him,
Okay.
making him think he sees a smaller avatar version of a Lord of the Deep, like a,
Like a sea god.
yeah.
Okay. Do you know a sea god?
Closest thing I know to is the one I follow.
So you know Cthulhu, but do
Yeah.
you know any other sea gods?
I mean, traveling around for a while, probably would have heard of some.
He who must not be named. That's always the one. There's always a he who must not be named.
I make it look like it's 'cause probably traveling around, I would have heard stories of like krakens and stuff like that, which are pretty powerful creatures. Just go and make like because it's a 10-foot cube that I can create it in, and just create it in that to look like a kind of like a small avatar of
Okay.
a kraken.
A kraken. Okay.
And it is an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. What were you gonna do?
I'm getting ready to Eldritch Blast him because he's within range.
Okay.
He's only
So
100 feet
he
away.
he got a 12 for his intelligence save.
That is the DC.
Well, he
Uh,
just kind of looks at it and he takes his trident and waves it through the avatar that you've created. And he barks at you, just
yeah.
and then you.
Are we done with diplomacy now? They're already fighting, so
Yeah, I think we were done with diplomacy the second we sent.
I'm gonna go ahead and Eldritch Blast the leader.
Okay.
3. So
3.
no.
Okay, so your blast like shoots through the water, and you see like some of the other fish get out of the way as it goes toward him, and he just sort of like slides in the water to the side and gives you a look like, "Ah," and he points at you, and it looks like he sends a group of Sawagan your way. So we're gonna go ahead and roll initiatives, everybody.
Okay. I did a good.
Oh, we get to put our minis up.
We do.
Put our minis up time.
I need to get one.
Where's the shore?
You
Don't
guys
you
are
have
on
the cute
this.
I do have this one.
So we're on technically that,
Yeah,
except for him.
he got in the
So-
water.
Like, I believe I'm probably like right about
I balancing
there
act.
then somewhere.
It works.
Well, no, I'm close because I'm trying to blast him.
Okay.
My bow should have range.
So those are all the Sawagan, the leaders like over here.
I don't even think they'll do in the water though. Really good. Okay, where's their leaders right there?
He's like over here. This is like the group that he's sending to come after you.
And how far is he?
He's probably like over here.
It's within 100 feet.
Yeah.
Because 120 feet.
Okay. So let's go with our initiative. So Lily, what did you get?
14.
14. Tucker,
12.
12. Artir,
16.
16. And Sirach,
16.
16. Who is Dex is higher?
14.
You?
I have a 16 dex.
Okay. Okay.
So you rolled lower than me and you won.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Sirach, you are first And you see the group of 6 Sahuagin has come close, and they have one of those barking eel hounds.
All right. And where's the commander?
The commander's like way over there. He's not even in this battle.
Okay.
Because you are being harried by Sahuagin. Sahuagin, if you want to put the H in it.
Sahuagin.
Sahuagin.
I'm going to look at one of the kind of tougher looking ones that's in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to cast Mind Spike.
Okay.
So I will need it to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. I got a 13.
That passes, but it will still take half damage from this.
Okay.
Other than that, it has no other effect because it passed the save.
Such is the way.
For a total of 13 psychic damage, half to 6.
6. Okay. Okay. Now we go to Artir.
I'm going to shoot my bow. That is a 15.
Which
plus,
one are you trying to hit?
I'm going to try and shoot the guy in front.
This one? Or that's the eel hound?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a 19 to hit.
I believe that hits. Yes.
Okay. That is going to be
Pierced right through its thick scales.
that is do I have my dex to damage? If I
Yeah.
remember correctly. So that is 4 damage, and as my bonus action, I'm going to use Mantle of Inspiration. That
Okay.
means each of you guys get 5 temporary hit points, and as a reaction, you can move up to your speed.
I
Five
think you can
temporary
only
points?
do that right now, though,
Yeah.
right? So right now, if you want to move, you can move your speed right now in the middle of battle. Because
How close are they now?
Yeah, how close are they to me?
they're like right there.
So they're
within
like
90 feet?
Oh yeah.
So
Okay,
theoretically,
so-
with that, I could actually make it all the way to.
right.
Well, he's not in the battle right now.
Yeah, I know.
We're not
that's what I'm
fighting
saying.
him.
We're not
He
fighting
said-
him. But I could. I'm just saying.
You could.
I could. But
But-
I won't. I won't.
He's not there, so
25, 30.
it's probably a good
I'm going
idea.
to move
Yeah.
away.
They're all just like
Just like
sharkfish.
I have a plan. I'm going to stay where I'm at.
wait.
I'm going to. Drinking the potion is an action, right?
Well, I mean, it's right now. You just get to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
gave
we-
you.
No, I don't.
Right,
I don't
right.
need to move. I don't need to move there. I'm in a good place. I'm in a good spot.
Okay.
It works.
That is one of my bardic inspirations.
But I still get. I still like the extra 5 hit points, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty nifty.
And it's just you 3 because I need an 18 to get us all.
Wow.
I only have 17.
All right, then it would be Lily.
All right. So they're within 90 feet of me now.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
So I'm gonna cast sleep on like this guy here that should encompass. It's 20 foot,
Yep.
and I need another D8.
Borrow one. Have one. I have plenty.
And let's see. Well, so 8, 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32.
32 points of damage. I
Um,
mean, for sleep.
For
32
sleep,
hit
32
points.
hit points.
Okay. 8. Okay, so you managed to put one to sleep.
Hey, it's something.
So I'm gonna turn him this way because he's slip. He's
So
sleep.
don't hit him.
He's sleep. He slept.
Unless his friends wake him up. Don't hit him.
So you see the other Sahuagin. Well, what's your dex?
Mine is 2.
+2. Okay, so you go first. Before they do. They got 12 also.
Oh, okay. I'm going to drink my potion. I guess that's an eye action.
Mm-hmm.
And stare at them menacingly.
Okay.
No, wait.
A bonus action.
No, I'm just a 1 level in rogue. I don't really have like a legit bonus action. Unless the spell is the bonus action.
Wild is
Bonus action, I'll cast Shillelagh.
Okay.
nice.
Shillelagh. You're ready.
I don't have a swimming speed. Yeah. Figures we go in the water place and I don't have swimming speed yet.
Such is the way. All right.
Move at half
So now it's
speed.
their turn. So the Sawagan move forward up onto the shore to come and fight.
Leaving their sleeping buddy to drift away.
I mean, he'll be fine. He's
a
a fish. He's a fish. It's fine. Well, my friend, get up on the rock, my friend.
They come behind you.
They just, they're just trying to stand on. Listen, he's on the rock, okay? They're all on the rock. It doesn't look like they are, but they're all on the rock. So the one in the back, you have to. Sorry, you're gonna have to. I know that's hard to do when we're
especially
playing.
playing this game.
It's hard to,
Yeah.
So the one in the back, you see, it raises its staff, and it chants something at the fish people that all of you recognize as a bless spell. And you see the other fish start to glitter and gleam with some kind of fishy magic. And so I will have, we'll put 2 on 2 on both of you. So, Tucker, what is your AC?
Oh, my AC is 15.
15. All right. 2 of the Sawagan raise their nasty claws at you. Well, it raises one claw and then it goes to bite at you with its nasty shark teeth. And your AC was what? 15? Okay. And one of them manages to bite you with his fish mouth. And he does 2 points of damage to you. And he does 2 points of poison damage to you.
That gets rid
So-
of almost all the temporary hit points.
Yep.
So, as soon as the one bites you and draws blood a little bit, you see the rest of the Sawagan around you. You see their pupils dilate and their eyes get real big like sharks that just smell blood in the water. And they all start to go like crazy and start like freaking out. And then the other one attacks you. And he got a natural 20. So,
It's gonna hurt.
I'll write a beautiful eulogy.
I have healing word.
I'll
So do
write
I.
a
So do
beautiful
I.
eulogy.
8 damage from a claw, and then 11 damage of poison on top of that. Just
8 plus 11.
yeah. As he goes crazy from the blood frenzy. Okay. And then the other 2 attack you. And what's your AC?
13.
13. So he hits you twice for 6 damage for one, and then the other one hits you for 5 damage, and then 5 damage of poison also. As the Sawagan
The
goes.
one that poisoned me, I'm going to point at him and I'm going to use Hellish Rebuke. He's
Okay.
got to make a dex saving throw.
Okay. What do I need?
Uh,
I probably didn't get it. I got a 9.
13.
13. Nah, I didn't get it.
I only got 3 points of fire damage.
That's something.
I yell at him. I just scream at him.
He's like, ah!
Stop.
But
it.
he's still like freaking out. They're like frothing at the mouth almost. They're going crazy.
And I've got to do some math real quick. So,
One of them is I've drawn blood on one of them.
You have?
They attack each other.
They don't. They recognize their own blood, I'm sure, right? So Sirach, you're first.
All right, I'm
Top
going
of
to
the
look
round.
at the caster,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at him.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to hit with a total of 6.
6? No, afraid not. But you blast at it, you definitely see it turn its head like and kind of those nasty fish teeth. All right. Artir.
I'm going to healing word my good friend.
Okay.
Come on, baby. Okay, that is 5 hit points.
I'll take it.
See, no, it's 6.
I'll take it.
Hey.
I have a +3. I rolled a 3,
I'm
and I have
pretty
a +3.
bloody right now.
All right. So you heal him up a little bit. All right. Lily.
So they're just like on us, right?
Oh yeah. They jumped out of the water and are just here. Hmm?
The small arms of Hadar.
So I'm gonna use Fey Presence to be really, really scary, and at 10 feet from me, they have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. All of them that are 10 feet from you?
All of them that are 10 feet out
Okay.
right there.
Well, one got a 1, the other one got a 16.
So what? Are they all on
And
us, all
then-
4 of them?
One of them got a 3, so 2 failed and 2 passed.
So the ones that failed, I'm very, very scary now.
Okay.
They gotta get away from me.
Okay.
So they're frightened.
All
They're
right.
frightened, at least until the end of my next turn.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
All right, Tucker.
Economy movement. So, I'm gonna bonus action into. What do you think has better swimmers, doggy paddle or bear? No, I'm gonna bonus action into a dire wolf. 'Cause, you know,
dire wolf?
doggy paddle if I have to swim, and I can still breathe. I think.
Okay.
Potion
And
works.
you are a dog.
Yep.
Big doggo.
Morph.
Can you use the potion?
Yeah, he.
Yeah,
I
he
drank
used
out
it last
action.
time.
Yeah, that's why I just kind of stood there while they just
Beat the crap out of him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Smart decisions at the beginning of battles. That's what I do. Smart decisions. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll turn into the dire wolf bonus action and make an attack
Okay.
with the bite action. Uh, 24.
24, yeah, that hits. So you swim up and bite at him. Bite at the fish.
Oh, well, just in case I can roll in that 20. Nope, didn't roll in that 20.
Bite the fish that bit you.
Yeah, I bite back. Fishes. 9 points of. Wait, hold on. Let's see. 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Do you attack the one that she's already damaged with Hellish Rebuke, or are you just going to attack a new one?
Yeah, that works.
With 9? Okay. Okay, so you give him a good bite, and he looks frustrated with you as you bite a chunk. It tastes delicious, though. It's good sushi. Very fresh.
Oh, also I'll make a DC strength saving throw.
Oh, you're going to knock him over.
13.
13? Oh, I got a 13.
Does that mean you saved it?
Yes.
Yeah. Eats beats.
Okay. So, now it's their turn.
Well, 2 of them.
So
are
two of them turn and they're like, ah! And they
Oh shit.
run over this way. Because that's going to be a good thing. But it's okay. They're too busy running this round to do anything.
Oh thank God.
But next round.
Thank the Archfey.
Okay. So the other two come up. The eel hound swims up now. And the other one comes up too. The other Sohaugen. The eel hound is not in the blood frenzy, just the Sohaugens. And, okay. So, well, neither of them hit. They're too busy swimming. So they swim and jump up there menacingly like they're going to do anything, and then they kind of are like, oh, because they're on land suddenly. And it's just, you know, it's just something. All right, so we go back to Sirach. There's a fish man in front of you now.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Scary tiefling guy.
Just-
So first off, there's kind of like little shadows down here and everything from the light reflecting down
Yeah.
through the water.
They're in the ocean.
As I just step into the shadow,
Mm-hmm.
and I will disappear and move. So it's here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You can shadow. Well, okay, yeah, yeah.
It's
You can
from
shadow
the-
step, right? Because
Well,
shadow elves can do
It's,
that.
yeah, I teleport 30 feet as a bonus action,
Okay.
and
Does it provoke attacks of opportunity?
it doesn't say anything. In this, it's a bonus action. And Misty Step doesn't provoke.
Yeah, that's
so.
true. Okay.
But also until my next turn, I have I resist all damage.
Okay. Well, now you're over there.
And I am going to Eldritch Blast the caster again.
Okay.
That's a little bit better. Would have been better if it landed on the other one. 14.
Yeah, that hits.
Right. So need this. 2 points of damage.
Okay. So you hit it with the Eldritch Blast, and you see it get really angry, and it flails its staff and turns towards you. Okay. Artir.
The one that's directly in front of me, this one,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to yell, you stinky fish. I'm gonna use vicious mockery.
Okay.
Give me a
Vicious mockery.
Yep. Give me a wisdom save.
The Fishius
Okay.
Maximus Mockery.
I didn't pass that, so that's a 13. That's a 3.
Nice. That is 3 damage and has disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay. Then we go back to Lily.
I'm pretty much surrounded, aren't I?
I mean, there's 2 right there.
And
Which one looks the most hurt?
The one that is behind Tucker.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and just swing my quarterstaff at it.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Well, it's all the blood and the fish, and just it's crazy over here. These fish are going crazy in your face, and it's upsetting. All right, Tucker.
I'm very badly hurt too. So.
I
All
mean, yeah, that helps, you know.
Then
I'm going
It
to,
does.
I'm gonna try to knock the frenzy guy down one last time. I'm gonna try to go for it. I'm gonna kill him.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill him. Kill him. Oh, and bonus action, roll the d8. I can heal my actual hit points, not my animal hit points, right?
I think so.
I think it's your animal ones while you're in the animal form,
Yeah.
because you're expending a spell slot to heal.
Oh, that's right.
To
Yeah.
heal the animal so you can stay in it longer.
Oh.
You should have your animal's hit points right now anyway.
Yeah, I do. I
Yeah.
do. That's what I was saying. Like, no, I could use that spell slot to increase, so when I revert back, I'm still
Oh.
not nearly dying.
I think it only works on the animal, though.
Good to know. All right, so bite attack. 21.
21? Yep, that hits.
Come on, yes. 11.
11. Okay, so
And,
you managed to.
Is he dead?
Well, you managed to bite a chunk into his like rib cage enough to like pull out one of his like fish gill organs, and it kind of flops over on the ground and just and does that like fish gapping mouth thing.
Get his heart. Eat his heart.
Sushi.
Susie.
Mmm. So you myrtleize him, and he dies. And when he lands in the water, his blood just into the water. And you see the other Sawagans starting to get riled up.
Oh no.
And now it's their turn.
Oh no.
Hey, friend. What's your AC, friend? Tell me. Tell me what your AC is.
My AC is not high enough.
Probably not.
13?
13. You know, looks like you're going to get bit
How many
and clawed
times?
3 times.
One of
Oh,
those.
snap.
So you take 4 points of damage and 5 points of poison damage from one of them.
Oh, that's 9.
Then you also take 5 points of damage and 6 points of poison damage
I'm down.
while you're unconscious. And the other one continues bopping at you, and they're all just so they're all freaking out over your body as you're unconscious.
What about the disadvantage?
Oh yeah, well, let's see if it would have helped you. What did your AC?
13?
No, I still would have hit you. Sorry. I'm sorry. You're unconscious as the fish surround you. So you see Artir getting surrounded by 2 fishmen, and you see like claws and
Is
teeth.
he in the water?
and-
Are they standing?
No,
Is he
he's in
swimming?
the water.
Like
This
swimming?
is like water, and this is like the ground.
So he's like drowning right now.
Well, he's not drowning. He
dead.
drank the water potion, I think.
Oh, did he?
No.
Oh, you sure didn't? Well, gosh, y'all better do something about that, huh? So, then we'll go back. Oh, that's right. Bet you thought I forgot.
No.
Didn't. So the other one comes towards you a little closer,
All right.
and it raises its hands, and it casts a spell in your area, and around you, a 20-foot radius of ink just goes and fills the area around where you're standing. And it's heavily obscured. You are in a heavily obscured area, and you hear from outside somewhere in there, you just hear like a bubbly, like. Okay. So we're going to. That goes back to you. It's your turn. The other one's snoring peacefully, chilling, taking a nap. You know, doing his thing.
I like how his friends didn't bother to wake him up.
No, they just left him. He's all right. He's good.
It's a 20-foot radius, so that would come out to about here.
Just ink.
When he stopped, how far away was he from me?
Somewhere. You know.
Well, before he
Before
cast the
he
spell.
stopped, he was far enough away that he would have been outside the ink. But you think he swam inside. You're just not sure where he went.
Okay. So. I'll move there.
Okay. Did you swim there?
Yes.
Okay. So you swim through all the shenanigans.
Yeah.
Okay?
So can I see these guys now?
Yeah, you can see them tearing apart here.
Okay. So
Just
let's
like
see.
shredding him.
Oh no.
Pulling out chunks of your fur.
I'm going to attempt to chill touch one of them.
Okay.
Say this one.
That one. Okay.
So it's going to be hit by my chilling void
Okay.
hand tentacle thing.
Okay.
That's really good. That's 19 to
19?
hit.
Yep, that hits.
Right. For 4 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And it can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Okay. All right. Now we go to Artir. Make your first death save.
14.
14. All right, that's one pass. Lily.
Alright.
You left me.
So I've got this fish dog thing here.
Yeah, it's an eel dog. It's like an eel, like a moray eel body with like hound legs.
Alright. Well, I mean, right now I see him, right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this guy over here
Okay.
because he's adorable and he shouldn't be. 11 plus. So 16.
16, that hits.
Ooh.
Ooh.
13 damage.
13, all right. So you get a good blast on him, and you start to see like some of his scales have peeled up, and his body is like kind of burnt a little bit. And it turns towards you, and you see like blood and drool just like spray out of the water a little bit as it turns.
I'm gonna bonus actually use Thaumaturgy to tell it to come at me.
Okay.
Try to get it away from
Come
the
at
body.
me! And you
Even
see
though
it.
I'm dying too.
I mean, you know. All right. Lily, sorry, Tucker.
All right.
Like this guy, so I don't.
Like, no, that guy. I'm actually going to like kind of pace back and get a nice running start
Okay.
and just leap into the water and just land and bite attack this guy.
Okay.
Just
If you-
chomp down on that. Whatever that thing is, I just want to chomp down on it.
On his little.
On his little.
Okay. So
Tear
you're
at
gonna
him.
pass the eel hound though. That means he's gonna get an attack on you.
That's okay.
Is that
That's
okay? All right.
I'm
Cool.
not gonna use
So we're gonna do
disadvantage.
that first. Your AC was what? 15, I believe.
AC is it is now 14.
Okay. So it bites you on your way past, like nips at your feet, and well, more than a nip. Just 12 damage as it bites at your foot.
Wow, that was a lot more painful than I thought it would be. I was a little
Got
surprised
your
on that
belly.
one.
Yeah, it thought it was gonna bite your feet, but it got you. Okay. So do your attack on the other fish.
Okay. Does a? I think it's. I keep forgetting the bonus. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Sweet. That would be a 10 points of
10 points of damage.
bitey, piercy damage.
Okay, so you bite at it where it was already kind of crisped and burnt, and you take it down. You kind of tear its body down, and it just kind of does that like it
thing
floats.
off and just like.
Yeah, you tear off its like fins and things.
And then if I have movement rate, right?
Yeah, you should.
Can I like interact and kind of like doggy paddle under our deathly floating? Because I'm a good swimmer, so like he's probably doing the dead float.
Okay, so you're trying to get him to. Okay.
Yeah, so he's probably doing the dead float. So really, all I gotta do is kind of like doggy paddle under him.
Okay.
And I can just kind of like, move away.
He's right next to him, so I'd say you take another attack if you're gonna do that.
You're trying to get away.
But if you get up close to him, you can doggy paddle and keep him from drowning at least.
Yeah,
He's probably face down.
I will take the hit. What was the last one? The last one was 12, right?
Yeah.
Minus 12. Yeah, I'll take the hit.
Okay. So the Sawagan, this one's a Sawagan, not the eel hound.
Yeah, I know it's gonna probably hurt.
And
you
it did 20. So it does 3 points of damage from the bite, and 12 damage from the poison.
3 plus 12.
Yes.
15. I thought that was gonna hurt even more though. Actually.
Well,
You're
I rolled.
nice.
I rolled low.
You must have been channeling your inner Dave DM. I remember flashbacks about those 20s.
I mean, it's because I'm using the Strahd die. That was the whole thing.
All right, we're good. I got
killed a lot of
10
players
pin
with it.
points, and whatever the remaining speed is to just
Here,
kind of move away.
S1E2.
Okay.
Bring him back up on land.
So here, you kind of toss him back up there. We'll say you're up there with him, but that's why. That's what happens. As soon as you put it away, you're gonna roll it again. It's gonna do great.
Yeah, I don't believe in dice jail.
Okay. We go to. Okay, it's their turn. So this one swims up to you to get you, and this one
Oh, this is gonna be bad. I'm
comes
pretty sure
to
I'm gonna go
you,
down
my
now.
friend.
Okay.
The other one's still taking a nap, and then Mr. Eelhound. Hello.
Sorry, should have used the bonus action to actually heal. You spend another spell shot.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. You're gonna need it.
Yep, an additional 18 points. 8, so I have 18 hit points now.
Okay.
Pretty good.
So it attacks you, and you, just because you managed to pull off such a crazy move and jump out of the water, it completely misses you in its blood fury. And we go to Lily. What was your AC? It was 13?
13.
Oh no, I'm sorry. He only has one attack. The eelhound bites at you. And he bites you for 12 points of damage.
I'm dead.
Well, you're unconscious. Okay. So you go down as the eelhound rips into your flesh. Okay. And you. The Sawagan attacks at you. What was your AC?
14.
14. All right. And she bites you with her nasty, dirty fish mouth for 5 points of poison damage and 2 points of piercing damage.
Alright, so 7 total. Okay.
Okay. Now we go to Sirach. It's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna draw a dagger and stab this thing
Okay. So you stab her.
for a 19 on the die.
Okay.
So that's
With
plus
3.5, he'd crit.
Yeah.
yeah. So that's yeah.
If you take the feet.
Pretty sure daggers.
No, daggers had a
What is it? 19 to 20?
18 to 20,
Was
I
it
believe.
18?
The
Well,
only thing that had a higher crit
This is
range
rules
was
you
the.
don't need to know for this game.
It doesn't matter for this
Oh,
one.
well, that's
3.5.
nice. 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay. So you do 5 points to her.
Give him a good old jab.
Okay. So we go to Lily. Make your save. Make your first death save.
Do I need to make any more?
18.
Oh, that's right. I skipped you. Yeah, make yours. Make yours, friendo.
11.
Okay. That's
Two
two.
successes.
And then you got a success also.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Tucker.
All right, so they all piling. Okay, so does this? He's taking any damage all yet? No,
This
he's
one
in
that
my
you're in
way.
front of, he has taken damage. Yes.
Yeah, he's in my way. I gotta roll to bite him.
Okay.
Attack him.
You go to bite him.
19.
Yep, that hits.
I believe in you.
9 points.
9
You're
points.
the dog
Okay.
that won the game.
Has that been consistent with at least 1-2 every time?
Yes. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I get a 2 every time. I don't know if it's this one, but I've gotten a 2 every time. Yes.
Okay, so you give him a good old bite. He's not dead, but it looks like you've done a lot.
Chew toy.
You know,
Chew toy.
getting at him. Okay, now we go back to their turn, and the eelhound kind of sniffs at you as you're unconscious, and then turns and says, this one looks tasty, and comes over there. All right.
Yeah, the first time I've actually been attacked and hit.
Okay, so I hit you twice.
So much more health than me.
You take 4 points from the bite, 4 points of piercing, and 2 points of poison from the bite. And then you get a claw of 4 points of that and 4 points of poison. And then the eelhound tries to bite and it misses. Lucky you.
Yeah, very lucky.
All right, and then the priest. Oh no, there's you. No, not you. That's you, friend. It's your turn.
My turn? Bite him. Bite him. Bite him.
Your
Bite him.
turn. He got you twice, friend.
Oh, it's my turn to attack. I thought I got
Nope.
Oh.
2 points of damage, 6 points of poison damage, and 2 points of damage and 6 points of
Really
poison
wanna get
damage.
this.
Wait, so math, 16 points total?
6 and 6, yeah, 14 total.
14 total. Okay.
Wait, was it 16? Wait a minute. 16. You're
Did you
right.
say
You
two-
were right. 2 and 6. 2 and 2
No,
and
no,
6
no,
and
you're
6.
right.
Was I?
You were right.
I mean, if you want that 12. Will it help you?
14
Probably.
14 versus 16? No, I think, because you said 6 and 2, right? 6
Yeah.
and 2? Yeah. I hate honesty. Okay. Yeah, it's I took 16. I have 2 hit points right now.
As the dog, you know.
As a dog.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have a whole 9 hit
Yeah.
points as the, yeah.
it's more than the dog.
That's one more point than I do.
Hey, Sirach, it's your turn.
Hey, that's what, a couple more points
I'm gonna
than I did.
stab the priest again.
Okay.
For a total of 15 to hit.
That hits.
For 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay. So
Stab the
you,
priest.
yeah, you stab it pretty good, and you get into like the meat. You get past like the scales, and it bleeds, and it just like its eyes are like, because it's freaking out in all the blood.
I can make fish pie.
Then
Fish
we
cakes.
go to Artier. Make your save. Come on now.
A 9.
Okay. Well, it's 1 fail. 2 saves, 1 fail. Still in the green. That's not too bad. Could be worse.
Nat 1.
Lily, come on now.
No, you
9.
want to get
9.
this.
1 and 1.
I know.
Tucker.
I was hoping for that.
Economy is, let's see.
You got one so hogging in front of you, and you've
Yeah, I better finish him off. I rolled a hit. 21.
that hits.
Consistently, every time there's been a 2.
Different dice though. Different die. Different die. That would be 11 points.
I think
Okay.
that's
So
almost
you
the same
managed
rule as last
to
time.
snap through its like spine a little bit, and it floats. Just all right. And then it's their
Oh,
turn.
and then use my movement now he's dead to get up back onto dry land,
Okay.
and
Bonus action.
bonus action to turn back into. Actually, no.
Heal? Do you have anything?
Well,
on
I
those?
can't. I gotta heal you on your next turn, but I'm trying to think. Do I want to use a spell slot to heal my? No, bonus action to turn back into to me.
Okay. So you turn back into yourself.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now it's their turn. Now you see the priestess. When she's staring right at you, but she looks over with her like huge dilated eyes, and she kind of blinks a few times, and you start to see them shrink back as she sees all of her minions, except for the one asleep, of course, are now corpses. And she sort of looks over at the eelhound, and you see her motion at it, and it goes, "Ruff!" and it like kind of turns away. And they start to leave. So they are leaving your threat range. So you may choose to attack
Oh, I'm
One of
stabbing
them.
the priestess.
the priestess. All right, stab her as she swims away.
17 on the die.
That hits.
So
Give her a good old jab.
for 6 points of damage.
Okay. So you give her a good jab. It's not enough to take her down, but you know you did something pretty nasty to her. She like holds her side. She swims away with like 1 foot, but she's still swimming really fast. Just and the eel hound is right behind her, and you see it looks like it's taking a defensive position behind her, like it's like around her back almost. All right. So now we go back to Sirach.
How far away is she from me?
Right there.
Oh.
So
She's
Okay.
near Eldritch Blast.
That's all I need to know. Is it within 120 feet?
oh yeah.
I'm actually, yeah, I'm going to, let me use my chill touch on her.
Okay.
That seems to work a little bit better. Okay, that's a total of 20
Okay. That hits.
for 4 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. That necrotic damage is just enough. You see her body just like, "Ah!" and she just kind of starts to float up. And you see the eel hound look confused, and it starts to swim around. And it looks back at you and then at her, and then it swims just away very quickly. All right. So we'll go out of initiative now. So you two are bleeding out on the ground.
Should I make another save?
We'll say you both will make one more save before your friends can try to do something.
Just
That is the most
16.
unlucky set.
What'd you get?
16.
Okay, so that's 2
Yeah,
and 2,
don't-
right?
just-
Yep. 2 and 1.
It's so
2 and
pretty
1.
though. It's so
I
pretty.
got an 8.
And 8, so that's 2 and 2, my friend. All right.
Someone help me.
So everybody that you two will get essentially 1 try before he gets to make 1 more save.
I'm just gonna
Or you
cast
just
spell
get a
slot and
cure.
use a healing word.
Okay, so you
Yeah, I'm
heal.
just gonna bring him up.
Okay.
Healing word.
Boop.
I'm going to go grab the priestess and drag her back to
What about your
shore.
friend who's unconscious? Or are you just gonna leave her?
I'm going to drag the priestess back, then go up and try and do something.
Oh, but that's gonna take longer than that, though, man. She's gonna get
Oh,
1
and I
more.
rolled a 4. Plus 3.
Yeah, I'll go up there and do
So
something.
7
So-
points total. 4 plus 3.
Medicine check.
Is that right?
Yes.
believe?
Is it a D4 plus your
Yeah, plus your
spell
Okay,
casting?
that's an 18.
Okay, here you go. So
Thank
you're
you.
at 0, but you're not dead.
I'm not dead.
You're
Doesn't
you're,
mean I like you.
I open up my eyes. I didn't think I'd have you standing over me.
God, I didn't want to.
So I'm still out, but I'm stable.
You're stable, you're just unconscious. You're at 0 hit
Okay.
points. So you hear the ensuing battle nearby, and then you're gonna go get the corpse, right?
Yeah, go get that, and then the sleeping one I'm going to tie up and drag back to the shore with us as
Okay.
well.
So you have him kind of tied up. I'll put him over here, and you bring back
I don't think waterboarding him's gonna work this time.
her corpse.
We
Okay.
threaten them with fire.
So you do all of that, and you hear nearby the battle of the Sawagan and the Kuatoa, and you see Marlin kind of dramatically standing at the front, trying to face the 4-armed Sawagan. You see them having like a dramatic, like yelling match as they're all screaming and fighting. So then we cut back to you guys. You have the tied up Sawagan, and you have the priestess who is dead.
All right, I'm going to speak into the Swagan commander's mind and say, your priestess you sent after us is dead.
And you see him kind of look over, and then he gestures, excuse me, at the battlefield, and you see there are many priestesses out there. You see there are lots of them. Amid each group of Sawagan, each one has a priestess.
Does he look terribly hurt right now?
The Baron, the forearm?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. Marlin is putting up a good fight, but he doesn't look like he's having too much trouble.
Is he still within the 120 feet?
I mean, more or less. But you know,
I'm out. I can't talk. Sorry.
I mean, that's fine. You know,
And I don't think
if you
I
want to
have
bring
anything.
him over there.
Since I'm up, I'm going to spend a spell slot and I'm going to healing word you. Just put my
See?
dice on it.
See? That's called passing it along, right? There you go.
Passing it down the line.
Okay.
You get 4 hit points.
That's enough for 2 warlocks to start blasting.
I mean, I'm sure it is, isn't it?
So I can sit up. Sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry. Everybody's still standing, aside from all that.
I
Well,
don't know, like it's down in the water, so I feel like a crossbow bolt won't really do much.
I mean, I was able to shoot the one.
Can you do anything? Crossbow bolt?
So, Lily,
I mean,
would
yeah,
you like
it
to
can
help
work.
me
It works
shoot
underwater.
the big guy?
I think we probably should. The little friend there's having some trouble.
Yeah. All right. So which one do you want to do, and I'll just do something
I just
else.
have Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm
Witch
going
Bolt
to.
is 30 feet. He's way too far.
So
for that.
I'm going to chill touch it.
Okay. You chill touch it, and then you Eldritch Blast. Okay.
For a total of 15.
9.
9.
I'm gonna try.
9 doesn't hit.
Yeah, 9.
I'm gonna try and
15.
shoot.
But it's a good
15 doesn't
distraction.
hit.
I'm gonna try and shoot, but I have to take disadvantage to get the full range
Okay.
with my short bow. So yeah, no.
No. Okay. So you all send spells and things at it.
Good distraction.
I send my
And-
middle finger at him.
Okay. That's important. And you see it turn towards you slowly. And it turns its octopus towards you. And it starts swimming your direction. Trident raised dramatically.
Okay.
All of you make a dex save.
Does it at least help our little friend get a better attack on him?
He makes an attack. Let's see. And he does get a hit on him, but it doesn't seem to slow the man down.
6.
6?
19.
7.
19? Okay.
That is a 20.
Okay.
20 total.
Okay.
I get a 4.
So if you got a 16, was it a 16? A 16, you only take half damage from the lightning bolt that it shoots through your party.
Lightning bolt. Well, I just went down again.
I'm down again.
Yeah, I'm down.
Let's
You don't
just-
even have to do damage. I'm just down. I'm down. I'm at 0.
Okay.
What's happening?
Whoa.
I mean, I might still be up.
23 points of damage, halved. So
It
probably
was the
not.
middle finger thing. And I think that was really what pushed him over
Probably,
the edge.
you know,
So
attacking
flipped him
the
bird.
beast
Shouldn't have
man.
flipped him the bird.
While everyone was almost
Yeah.
unconscious, huh? So 23. So that's at least
Then half,
that's
that's
like
be
12.
Yeah.
12 damage. I think everybody's unconscious.
Hey,
Is
you know
that all
what?
of
You know what? This is called being plucky.
Is it?
We're plucky.
Is it called being plucky?
We're plucky.
Or is
We're
it called
plucky,
attacking
young,
attacking the boss and everybody's at 2 hit points?
Yeah.
No,
Just saying.
it's not stupidity. It's pluckiness.
Right.
It's
Okay.
pluckiness.
That's the key. It's
We're all
pluckiness.
down and dying.
So everyone's unconscious. And you all black out as you hear the Sawagan Lord barking angrily. And you know, it's just we're gonna have that cliffhanger. We're gonna have that be a cliffhanger. We're gonna have that cliffhanger for today. We're gonna call it here for today. So thank you all for watching.
Let's die.
Thank you all for watching them. We will see what happens next week. We'll be back here on 2050 Esports here on Twitch at 7 p.m. Eastern. Come back next week. Let's see what happens. We'll see.
TPK on the second round.
I mean,
That's the kind of excitement that's going on right
that's
here.
what we've got
It's
for
happening.
you, folks. That's
Yep.
what we've got for you.
We all
Next
go
week,
back
all
to the
new
Pokemon
characters.
Center.
Yeah, next week, new characters. No. All right. Thank you all for watching, and may the dice ever be in your favor. Have a good night.